Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, guys, this is my review recap. Tyler Perry Sistas, Pretty Her, Season 7, Episode 6. It's Sabrina's birthday, okay? Go, Brina. It's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday. We gonna have some damn cake and appetizers that we not gonna eat. We just gonna sip on this orange juice and be saying congratulations. In the meantime, Brina say, yeah, since it's my birthday, I'm thinking about freezing these eggs. Danny talking about she relaxed, releasing, okay, counting her blessings, doing her positive affirmations. She's in a different space and she started doing therapy. We like to see it. Then we got, Karen saying, listen, I'm worried about taking care of my daggone baby, but I don't know if I want to be a single mama. We going to get this amortizas done finally, okay, talking about some DNA tests. And then we got Andy saying she's with her boo out here, on the campaign trail, and everything seems to be going good, honey. Fatima done got accepted into law school. Michael is coming home, baby. Zach done lost his damn mom, bought every single thing in the freaking store and filled their whole damn house up with it. All of a sudden, we got an extra bedroom upstairs that's for Michael. But Fatima stressing herself out, talking about she don't know what she gonna do. That Zach trying to make her be home, with barefoot in the damn kitchen. I said, no, girl, we still gonna follow our dreams. What are you talking about? What are we doing here? Why is this even a conversation? I am confused. Now, speaking of confusion, Gary and Zach on Penelope still following behind him. He over here telling Hayden he got this big plan for him. And, yeah, we gonna show up at the house and Tamara and him arguing back and forth and, what he's doing here, I don't want to see him. And we get to arguing, and the next thing we know, we kissing, and my stomach was sick, and I needed some damn ginger ale, because why? Why are we kissing, Tamara? Like, I was on your side, I was feeling it, I was loving it, but girl, no, we don't do that. Hell to the no. No. Okay, girl, let's go ahead, child, because, all of a sudden, Danny is shocked to find out that Tony got kids. Okay, she thought they was play kids, imaginary kids that only come through the summer. I'm trying to figure out what kind of kids you thought they was when he said he had kids, Danny. And of course, she is basically now, this is like the opposite of Sabrina and Rich. So this is going to be their trial and tribulation, because I'm pretty sure Tony going to be telling her, well, we a package deal, baby. That's what comes with it. And we already know Danny don't want to be nothing but somebody's auntie or godmother. Y'all, let's go ahead and get into this episode. Break it on down. Take it from the top. You know how we do. Listen, girl, I'm doing my review, okay? She always got to make her interest, and she want to talk about the girls too. So the girls, y'all, they was looking beautiful. We started out this episode, they coming on into Andy's house. We got the cake on the table. We got the appetizers. We got the drinks going. It's a celebrate good times. Come on, all right? We ready to get it on and popping. Danny, the first one to come through the door, okay? She wearing her little blue and green blazer and got the bright blue shirt on with the white pants. I said, okay, girl, send me that outfit. Send it on over here. I'm with it. Andy telling her how beautiful she is, and she like, thank you. And, we pretty much walking in, doing a little dance or whatever, saying where everybody at, and you the first one here, girl, okay? You actually on time, you early, or whatever the case may be. And we gonna have, she talking about she called out, she told the damn boss she had an emergency or some type of federal holiday or something that's going on, so she ain't working today. And Auntie was like, that's fine, that's good. So she was like, basically, she wanted her to go ahead and put the candles on the cake, and we talking about how Sabrina turning 35 today. So she was like, girl, we all 35. Danny talking about, no, only y'all is 35. Okay, I'm a little bit younger than y'all. Time is moving slow for me, or whatever the case may be. And it's like, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. So Sabrina and, Karen get there a little bit behind, and we all, okay, kissy poo, giving each other hugs, saying hi. We all sitting down, grab a mimosa, y'all, but we gonna go ahead and give Karen nothing, but the orange juice. We got a special one that is just for mama, all right? And so Andy is saying she wants to add a new tradition to, what they normally already do for the birthdays, which is they want, she wants each person to go around and just say something that they love about the birthday girl, right? Now, I don't know how we got on this conversation, but before then, we was saying, well, actually, yeah, it was that Danny was saying how she sees Andy out in these streets. Okay, they popping up on all the social medias, her and Dagon, Jordan or whatever, right? And that she's really, seemed to be doing good with him. So they was like, I love this for you. And some kind of way, Sabrina talking about it reminds her of Megan and Kelly. Megan and Harry, child. And we like, how the hell we get from that? And then we went to Danny and her therapist, and it was like, how we get to that, by Sabrina bringing up Megan and Harry. And so she's like, because girl, on this app or whatever, is different positive affirmations, is relaxation, is different chants that I could do, but it's also, okay, some things where we can get some, sensual things going on or whatever. And they like, wait, all of this is on the damn, same apps, because she telling her, catch up, hang up with me, right? She said since she been on this discovery kick after Jonah and Preston or whatever, it was an app that she found, and it's really helping her in a whole bunch of different ways, okay? And so she was like, it's basically some erotic stories, and we like erotic stories, so Karen was like, shoot, maybe I need to get over there and get a little bit of that going too. So she basically was like, okay, that's interesting, but at the end of the day, Danny said it's mostly about her. She's rediscovering her peace and all of that. And so Karen was like, look, with this grand opening, reopening the baby, and then Zach coming and asking for a DNA test, it's Fatima that put him up to that. So here go Danny. Well, don't you think he should know? Is he wrong for wanting to know? And she like, are you taking their side? And she was like, I'm just saying, it was Zach and was Aaron, what's one more? And she was like, okay, you know what? And they was about to start arguing, but of course, Andy's like, enough is enough. Actually, I wish she would have let them talk it out, because I feel like Karen needed to know that she's the one that told damn Zach to go over there. But I'm gonna keep on being quiet about it right now and just keep moving right along, because that's what they did. Now, we got into these traditions that we wanted to say in terms of, each one of us taking time to say what we really love. And Danny was like, okay, I'll start. She's basically like, I love that you're a natural beauty. You are Mother Earth goddess, okay, giving what needs to be gave. Shave your legs as much as you possibly could, but you're naturally beautiful. Your light shines through and through, and you a fly soul system. Okay, I said, okay, all right, Danny, that was cute. I guess for what it was. And Andy says she second that, and she also would like to add that she loves her loyalty. Look at what she did for Maurice and the courage that took. Very admirable friend or whatever, right? And she loved her so much. And Danny was like, yeah, that's true, because somebody else would have left him by the wayside. Okay, he would still be there. He would be in jail, prison for life. Andy was agreeing and adding things into it too. And so then Karen was like, I just love how caring you are. And I hope that I can be as Karen, caring for my child, when it's born. And so, of course, that's going to lead us into Sabrina saying, well, since you mentioned it, I've actually, because she was starting to get a little emotional, okay, have a little thug tea in her eye. And they kept asking if she was crying. And she was like, no, I'm just, got something in my eye, a little something, something. But since y'all brung it up, and since I'm thinking about age and just how much time is going in the biological clock, and Danny was like, yeah, how did we get there? Who the hell was talking about biological clocks? Okay. She was like, mine is ticking, and I'm actually thinking about, freezing my eggs. I'm sitting here seeing my friends getting pregnant and all of that. And Danny's like, this shifted, very quickly. So, she said, Rich is not about it. He don't want no kids, but I do. And he's really somebody that values his freedom or whatever. And he have the right to feel the way he feel, and I have the right to feel what I feel. So I say that's fine. His mind is made up, and so is mine. So I said, okay, well, she seems to know that she's not going to change Rich's mind, and she's pretty much just like, I'm doing me. I don't have an issue with that. So I don't know how much longer, her and Rich are going to be talking, if they're going to be talking. But regardless of where that goes, she seems to be determined in what her choice is. So, excuse me, good for you, Sabrina, right? So she was like, girl, so you just planning on pulling them out the freezer? It's crazy as Danny and the way she got to say things, right? And so Sabrina's like, something like that. She was like, it definitely is going to be a process, but at least she know that she really does want to be a mother. And when she's ready for it, then she'll just start off with the IVF, and it is, going to be a lot. and she's doing the research and, finding out what she needs to do because this is something that she knows that she really wants. And Danny was saying like, well, how do you know? How are you so sure? Because, Karen and Andy was saying they actually think that's good for her. They all in, that this is her choice and this is what she want to do. They think it's a smart idea. And so Danny's like, how you want to be a mother? What if the child get here and you like, nah, I'm saying? I'll pass. Send it back. Like, there's no way, there's no return to send or whatever the case may be. And, you can't send them back. And she was like, well, I mean, Danny, you made out okay and you had your damn parents. I said, not Sabrina with the shade. Okay, girl. And Karen and Andy had just kind of looked at each other when she said that. But she was like, even if he's not into or whatever, I know what I want to do, right? And so Danny brings up like, yeah, I feel like kids is like when you deal with dentists and strong drugs, but hey, to each their own. If that's what y'all want to do, more power to you. Like, I will just be that auntie, I will be that godmother. That's how some people feel. And when soon as she said that, that made me think of like, have her and Tony had this conversation? Is he interested in having, any more kids or anything like that? So I do like that they're kind of talking about what their wants and desires are amongst the girls, but this is definitely things that we have to be talking about with the person that we in a relationship with, so we know, if we both on the same page or not. And so nonetheless, I just was like, okay, well, y'all didn't eat none of the cake. Okay, we didn't eat none of these appetizers. We sat here for a couple of minutes and was like, cheers, boom, yes, girl, do it. And then was like, okay, well, I got to get ready to get up out of here. I was like, that's it? What kind of damn party is this? Like, maybe we should have waited till after work, because what time is this party supposed to be happening? Because the next thing you know, Danny had enough mimosas for her to be damn drunk. And, Karen was over here talking about she got to get ready to go back to the shop and she would give her a ride back home or whatever the case may be. And she was like, Andy then said she had to get ready to get out of here. And, we were saying how expensive, things are. And Sabrina's kind of like in the money department, things still ain't where it needs to be or whatever. And so we got Andy like, well, before you leave, girl, I want to go ahead and give you this. And she like, no, I'm not accepting any more money from you. Put that back in your pocketbook. Like, don't do it, girl. And she's basically like, no, this is what sisters do. We're sisters. I'm going to look out for you. Don't worry about it. Take it. Just, look at it like this is for my niece or nephew when they get here. Okay. Because an early gift for them. I said, okay, girl, if you say so, child. And she was just like, Dad, you always looking out for me, and I really appreciate this. So she ends up telling her if she needs any help on the campaign trail, she'll be there. And she tells Sabrina, like, I may just take you up on that. Now, we get over to the gym, and Hayden over here working out, and here come raggedy ass Gary walking up. And, he's like, what's going on? What's up? How you doing? And Hayden is like, he said you letting off some steam. So he was like, okay, well, I actually want to talk to you. That's what Gary says to Hayden. But Hayden is saying he don't want to get involved in any more mess right now. So I'm like, which one is it? Because you just finished calling him up and telling him you need his help. And if he helps you, you going to make sure everything is straight with him, which I still don't understand how he really supposed to be such the big help when he got the FBI breathing down his damn ass. But okay, we going to go with the flow. That's what they giving us. And so basically he's like, but what's wrong with you? Are you okay? And when we look, we see that his nose is bleeding and he just taking his shirt and wiping it, talking about some, oh yeah, allergies. It's just a bit of blood. I said, what allergy make you bleed, child? Ain't no damn allergy. It's that damn booger sugar you've been putting up your nose. But nonetheless, I digress, moving right along. And so he was like, well, what did you want to talk to me about? You still mad about the whole Andy and Jordan situation? All of a sudden, Gary switching it up there quick, fast, and in a hurry. Oh, no, I ain't got time for that with the FBI situation. And when Penelope having the baby, I really got to focus on that. And then Hayden ends up saying, yeah, because I'm really focused on the whole partner thing. And Tamara was saying, and he was like, Tamara, you still messing with that damn, gold digger? You done forgave her or whatever. So he like, yo, don't worry about all of that. That's basically how Hayden came back at him. He was like you said, you got bigger things to deal with and I got bigger things to deal with too. You you need to be, worried about what you need to be worried about, and I'm worried about being your girl at the damn office for this whole, partner situation. So he's like, well, you ain't got to worry about that anyway because you're a better lawyer than Angie. Plus, you don't need a damn woman being in charge of something like that and having all of that power. I said, boy, if you don't get your corny, misogynistic, psychotic damn ass out of here, I'm sick of him, y'all. So, he said he still got some things up his sleeve, and Hayden is like, okay, well, what exactly is that? Tell me, what do you have in mind? Because I don't need feds at my damn door again. And he like, listen, it's not going to be nothing like that. Gary tells him they've been boys for a long time, and he knows him, and that they could bump some ideas together, whatever, right? That could help him become partners. So he tells him to come by the house. He liked the sound of that, and why don't he come by the spot for dinner? Okay, if you say so, right? They're going to chop it up a little something, right? So then Gary just pushes him out the way or whatever, talking about, let me show you how this is done and you need to put some more weights on here or whatever. Now, over at the shop, Pam seems to be living her best life. She got a client in the chair, showed them how your edges, girl. She got 3,000 on the live. She got it popping over here. She talking about, holla at your girl. I got you. And, we apparently got some new cosmetics that we showing. So she like, girl, we lit. When Karen sees this and learns about this or whatever, she ain't gonna know what to do with herself. Okay, I said, okay, Pam, we see you, girl. All right, we see you. Now, we basically, once the girls leave, because Andy has said that she basically needed to get back to the office because now it's finally the day for us to go to, see the court proceeding to see if we're gonna be able to get Michael back or not with Fatima and Zach. And Sabrina goes on over to damn Maurice's house, and he's still over here doing his damn child video calls or whatever the hell he got going on. And she asking about have he's, heard from Calvin lately. She's like, being as though it was my birthday, I would at least think that he would have sent me a birthday text. And she was like, girl, why you thinking about Calvin? He said, yeah, I heard about him. He sent me the last of his little rent money or whatever. But you got that fine ass man of yours to look at, so you don't need to be thinking about, Calvin. He was like, one look at him and I would be pregnant. So of course she's like, well, speaking of pregnancy, okay, I'm actually gonna freeze my eggs. And he like, girl, what? That's what we doing? She was like, yeah, because me and him is on a different page. He don't want no kids or whatever the case may be. So he like, oh, okay, girl, Of course, he have his typical Maurice, jokes about that or whatever, right? But he was like, hey, well, anyway, it's your birthday. So he go ahead and salute her, get into a whole little birthday song for her. I did think that was cute. And he basically, had these damn because it was funny, he said ice baby when she was saying that she was gonna freeze the eggs, right? And that she know for sure one day she want to be a mom. But once he did the whole little birthday salute to her or whatever, she was like, I'm not gonna lie, when you be singing like that, you do cheer me up. It was cute. And he was saying, yeah, I think this is the best thing that I've ever did. And he actually was telling her, well, you can choose which eggs you want or which sperm or whatever you want from the donor and how you want the baby to look. So he was like, you should get a baby that's dark skinned with green eyes. So when he's in the midst of singing the song to her, was it Blue Eyes? I think it was Blue Eyes. He's talking about some she gonna have a Jesse Williams baby or whatever, like in the midst of him singing the birthday song. So when he finished with it, she was like, you really did cheer me up a little something with that or whatever the case may be. I appreciate it. So now he has some damn cupcakes on the side of the freaking couch. He had picked up one of the cupcakes and was like, acting like he about to eat it or whatever, right? And she talking about some, well, pass me one too. And he talking about, oh no, girl, you don't want none of those. They got nut down there, child. And then she like, nut, like what, pecans? And he like, oh yeah, sure, acorns. I said, Maurice, you nasty as hell. He talking about, you don't want none of them nuts. So she looking around or whatever, but he telling her that the cherry on top, inspired him, and that tonight's theme is going to be cherry popping. And she was like, okay, is there some hand sanitizer there? She just was like, you know what? I'm getting the hell up out of here with your nasty ass. I can't, yo. So we get over to Andy's office with Fatima and, Zach. And apparently, the case is over. We have won. Zach is super emotional, tears in his eyes, just thanking Fatima for being there for him, for standing by him. He couldn't have did it without her. She the best thing since cooked rice. She's saying it's finally over. He's telling, Andy what a great job she did. And Fatima telling Andy she's the best lawyer ever, and, she's like, well, one day I hope, and to aspire to be, anywhere close as you. And, Andy's telling her you're going to be better than me. And she's saying you got big shoes to fill. So Zach was saying that he needs to go and start picking up some things for her. And he's like, one down, one to go or whatever, right? And he's telling Fatima, you're going to be the best mom ever. So he was like, while I go and get the things or whatever the case may be, can you hold it down? And then when you're coming home or whatever, make sure that you bring a little bit of food, because he was saying how she going to be cooking these, meals and all of that. So in the midst of them talking, we see Fatima kind of change with her, disposition in her face and stuff like that, and her posture as she's looking at her phone. And him and Andy both was asking her if she's okay, and she was saying yeah. So he was like, I'm gonna meet you home, and he kept saying congratulations, mom, and she kept being like, congratulations, dad. I'm actually kind of excited to see how this part is gonna play out, just in terms of seeing how Zach is gonna be with Michael now that he finally got him, how he's going to adjust and all of that different kind of stuff. Should be interesting. Like I said from the beginning, I was actually wanting to see more of that part than some of the other things we was getting. So definitely waiting to see where that's gonna go. In the meantime, Fatima still kept looking at her phone, and even when Andy was asking her, she was saying it was nothing. And then when she's looking at it, she's like, once they all left out, she says this is the worst time that this could be happening. So I was expecting it to be something completely different than what we found out that it actually is. Now we get, Danny coming into the office all damn drunk up in this yellow jacket with her little negligee underneath or whatever. And he's like, yeah, you being too loud. What's going on? Have you been drinking? And she's like, oh, I'm not being too loud. And I did have a little bit of mimosas, okay? Nothing crazy. I done, took off of work today and I wanted to come in and surprise you or whatever. Basically, of course, it ends up with his kids being, walking in the office, the clip that we kept seeing or whatever. She talking about, I just wanted to discuss with the boss a little paid vacation time, and opening up her jacket, and he looking, but then the kids hurried up and came running in, and she was like, who kids is these? Who kids is these? She's like, get these little, fried munchkins out of here, whatever's running around and with the leash. And so he like, yeah, Danny, these is my kids. Because she's like, wait, what's happening? Why is nobody saying nothing? So then they just looking at her, and she just looking at them or whatever, like we in this complete shock or whatever. And I was cracking up because I think the little boy asked her, was those real, talking about her damn breasts. And he had told the kids to step out for a minute and go see Miss Mary down the hall. And, Latel asked her if she could give them some snacks so he could be able to talk to Danny. And so they was like, okay. And they went ahead, to walk out. And she, of course, is like really embarrassed and trying to button herself up and cover herself up or whatever. And he was like, you knew I had kids or whatever. And she was like, yeah, but not the living kind. So I guess she thought that, she over here talking about she need another drink. And he was like, no, I don't think you need no more drinks today. And she like, nah, after what just happened, I think you should actually be offering to get me a drink. And he was like, I'll offer to get you a damn ride home. Now, my thing is, when you said not the live-in kind, Danny, what did you think? He was a deadbeat father that didn't mess with his kids, so that was okay? Did you think that maybe they came sometimes every other weekend, once a month, the summer? Like, what was not the live-in kind mean? You didn't never think you would ever see his kids or see him with his kids? That's interesting, Danny, that was your perception of that, and that y'all never got that deep into the conversation about it again. I say communication is the key, because then you wouldn't be in a situation like this. But nonetheless, I digress. So, she was like saying that he's not really in a position to talk to him like that, and he needs a shush, and that the only thing he should be worried about is giving her money for the bar. But like I said, he was like, nah, I'll give you money to go home though. So she ends up getting up and, basically was like, did he ask me if my titties was real? You raising them right, baby. You raising them right. And she go ahead and leave out. I said, okay, Danny, girl. Awkward. Now, um, of course, Karen comes in and was like, what the hell is going on? Because we got this long line that seemed to be going down the block. Okay, business do seem to be booming. Pam talking about it's a glam squad. And she was like, girl, you won't believe what happened. Pam, Karen asking who's all these women. And she was like, girl, you need some R&R, like relax, relate, release, or whatever the case may be. You looking so tense. So Karen was like, tell me what the hell is going on. And she said, girl, it's my roots to riches. Okay, people is going crazy for this. It's been selling the hell out. Okay, then you see the video I sent you. She said, yeah, what you shaking your damn behinds around my damn salon? Yeah, I saw that. She said, well, people want to know, what I'm saying, where they need to go, honey, is working. And people been coming in here like crazy or whatever. They see that, I got some taste or whatever. And so Karen, she got over 300 orders in a damn hour or whatever. So now, Trey is coming in and he's saying she all set, she needs to sign for this or whatever. And, Trey over here, hey, Karen, how you doing? You looking lovely. And she's like, oh, you don't got to give me no compliments. Pam saying how she was out, for brunch or whatever. She was like, he told her they need some bottle up the mommy glow. So she was like, you don't have to give me no flattery. And he said, nah, it's not flattery, it's the truth. And she said, well, thank you, for the compliment. And he's like, that's one lucky father to be. And then she's like, well, thank you again, and pretty much gives him the cold shoulder after that and tells him he needs to keep making deliveries. And he was like, did I say something wrong? And we gonna act like he still wasn't standing there. And I'm kind of like, where are we going with Trey? Like, he the only delivery man, he gonna be the one to be coming in doing all the damn deliveries. Is he supposed to potentially become Karen's friend? Okay, or is they supposed to get together, romantically somewhere down the line? I don't know. But nonetheless, of course, she's like, Pam, how are you doing all of this? This better not cause no problems to my shop. And she like, girl, don't worry about it. Like, this is on and popping right now. Okay, we ranch, bitch. We about to be doing that daggone thing. And Karen is saying, like, do we need some kind of special license to be selling this? And more importantly, did you use my credit card again? But I'm like, how would she use your credit card again when you already said you took her name off of everything? And wasn't she saying something about some type of business loan the last time around? Because Trey was even saying, be careful with those because of what he went through as far as in school, and he know about it or whatever. And that's how they had started having the conversation to begin with. But, I don't know, child. I hope this don't backfire and cause no problems later on down the line. I hope that it is a winner. I hope that it does do something that could be positive for the shop, because not for nothing, even though Pam may not do everything the right way that we be wanting her to at times, and she couldn't be a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, she also has been the one that has pretty much been helping and running the shop and having Karen's back from the beginning. So I hope it's not nothing later down the line, but I'm kind of like 75-25 right now, where I feel like something else still could go wrong. But she's telling her, girl, relax, we good. You should be enjoying this because this is going to add to the business and it's going to have us where we need to be. And Karen is pretty much like, all right, girl, she's still over here looking at the stuff and just, watching and observing. So now Angie came back to the job to talk to Fatima because she knew it was something else going on. Of course, she was telling her I submitted the files for the Carter case, and she like, thank you, but that's not why I came in your office. She was like, I know something was going on. What the heck is it? Your face changed completely. And she's like thanking her for what she did with Michael. And she's like, Fatima, what's going on? Like, spill it, okay? Because I seen, that you look like you got some bad news. And she's like, no, actually, it's the best news. She was like, Andy, me and Zach is so happy, or whatever the case may be. He's very happy. And she's like, okay, so what's the problem? And, I got accepted into law school today. And it's like, oh my God, that's great. Congratulations. She reached over, put her bag down and everything, give her a hug. And she's like, so why the hell you look like you were sad about it? I'm so proud of you. Like, that's fantastic. This is great news. You get this today and you get, Michael today. Zach must be elated. And she's like, wait, you haven't told him? And she's like, I knew it. Why wouldn't you tell him? She was like, I know you. So she was like, well, he already got me barefoot and naked in the kitchen. She was like, yeah, I heard that part, girl. Hard to miss, right? But she was like, you guys are going to be fine. He's a wonderful man. He loves you. Like, why wouldn't he be happy for you? You guys are going to make this work. Y'all going to be great parents and you're going to be a great attorney. And she was like, well, Fatima basically says that's the thing. We always got to figure it out. It's always something. I hate to break it to you, Fatima, but that's life, child. All of us are figuring it out and all of us are seeing it's always something every damn day, to be quite honest with you. But, she was like, just tell him, like, he's going to be happy for you. He's going to hold you down. And it's time for him to hold you down the way you always been holding him down. And I said, Andy, girl, you better preach, okay? That's the first damn real thing you said in a freaking minute. So, she told her she was right and that she was going to tell Zach, okay? So now, when she was getting ready to leave to go meet up with Jordan, here go Hayden. Oh, I know, I'm about to handle my business and do another case. I guess you're going to stand by your man. So she ends up calling Jordan and saying, we got to have a rain check. I think I need to work on this case. And Jordan was like, oh, what, the Carter case? And she was like, wait, you know about my cases? And he basically was like, yeah, you told me how important it was. And he's telling her he love her. And Andy already looked like she ready to move on to the next damn thing. Now, Fatima's home, child, and she coming downstairs. And she looking and I'm looking like, what the hell is all of this? What have you done with the living room? She like, where the hell is my office stuff? Where's my freaking computer at? Like, you doing a bit too damn much. You going too crazy. You overdoing it. Like, I understand you excited and happy, but damn, Zach done turned this into daddy damn daycare down here in the living room, okay? And then Fatima saying how we got an extra bedroom upstairs. And I'm like, we do? Because, like, when you walk upstairs, how they always showed it to us, it's always just been one open space. That's the bedroom. And then the bathroom is in the back. So I'm like, where's this other bedroom supposed to be? Unless y'all done remodeled it and made an extra one that, you know what I'm saying, we don't know about. But okay. And he's saying this is temporary and he's going to fix it back. So, of course, this is giving her anxiety. And on top of that, she's trying her best to tell him about the fact that she got accepted into the college. And he over here, remember this, with the damn etch and sketch, he drinking out of a little damn juice jar. And when she trying to talk to him, Bryce calls on the phone and he's saying he about to go look at a place that Bryce want to show him. And she's like in the middle of the night and he like, yeah, don't start, okay, I'm gonna be right back. And he telling her like, oh, thank you, I see that you did the food shopping too and you could go ahead and cook dinner while I'm gone. And it's like, who the hell said I was planning on cooking any dinner? Oh, well, somebody gotta do it right. And I thought you was gonna start making organic dinners. And it's like, no, Fatima, I need you to stand up. I need you to speak up. Like, y'all always have a problem with communicating, and he always have a problem with not being able to read the damn room and see the freaking signs that something else is going on. And so, of course, with her feeling overwhelmed with the situation, she go ahead and call Angela and say, can she come over for a minute? That she need a friend to talk to. And I'm like, girl, I need you to tell Zach what time it is, I should say, and not, go for this crap. Like, no. So now, I was so disappointed in him in that moment, And so we get on over to damn Hayden house or whatever. And, him and Tamara hugging up and she all in a good mood. Now, Hayden, how the hell do you not tell her that Gary was supposed to be on his way there? And apparently, Gary still don't like her and still didn't know that he was even still messing with her until when he mentioned her at the damn, gym supposedly. And as soon as we coming in, it's like, oh, she's here. And she's like, oh, what the hell is he doing here? He could get the hell up out of here. You didn't tell me nothing about him coming. And so she ain't acknowledging him. She ain't really talking to him or nothing. She does ask Penelope if she would like anything to drink. And Penelope was like, water. And he was like, so she just gonna act like I'm not even standing here. And she tells her to take a load off and was like, dinner's almost ready. Then Hayden, why would you even sit them next to each other? Like, that didn't make no sense to me. You would have thought you would put the two women in the middle and have both of y'all on either side of each other. But what do I know? So now, we are basically just bickering and going back and forth and giving evil stares throughout. And Penelope is saying how she was excited when she heard that, Gary said that he, Hayden wanted his help and that he was going to help him. And Gary's like, well, what are you talking about? It was my idea in the first place, because she was saying she thought it was a great idea, just basically trying to make small talk. And she told Tamara, like, girl, you put your foot in this food is good. And Tamara was basically like, thank you. And so she wanted to know where the bathroom was, and instead of it being tomorrow to take her to the bathroom, Hayden was like, he'll take her because she had got a pain. And I was like, oh, are we going into labor? Because, technically this girl should have already been had this damn baby. She said she was 7 months when we first met her at the beginning of the season, and we had a 3-month time jump, quiet as it's kept. Okay, I don't know, maybe we don't know how to count, but nonetheless. So she got a pain, and she said she needed to go to the bathroom, and he said he was going to take her. So now when we go on to take her to the bathroom, Gary, oh, I know what you about, and you ain't shit, girl. You ain't nothing but a gold digging horn, this, that, and the third. And she's like, yeah, and I know what you are too, and I know you better get the hell up out my damn face. Okay, I don't know what you think you supposed to be standing in my face doing. And I know, you are, but what am I, or whatever, right? Type of energy. And so Fatima's over here at the house, basically soaking. Angela gets over there, and she's like, who said we supposed to color in between the lines? And Angela basically was like, Miss Phil. She was like, yeah, well, like right now I'm sick of it. And Angela's like, well, what the hell does that have to do with anything, girl? What exactly is going on? And she's like, I got in. She was like, got in what? She passes her the phone so she could see that she's talking about, the college or whatever, right? For law school. So she's like, oh girl, congratulations, what's the problem? Then you should be happy. And she was like, yeah, and we got Michael. She was like, oh, okay, that explains why this damn place is looking like Toys R Us. So she was like, well, what's going on? I don't know. Like, all of this is happening too fast and it's too much. How am I supposed to be able to help Zach with, Michael? Then if Karen's baby is his too, that's 2 kids. I did want kids of my own. And then, Angela's like, there it is. That's what's really the problem, right? So she's like, no. Then she's like, yes, that is a part of it. She was like, this is just not how I imagine my life. And I thought I would, be in school, get my law's degree, be a great lawyer, travel with my man. And Angela's like, and your best friend, don't forget about me. I thought I was going to be living my best life, and this is not what it looked like. And so she was like, I get it. It's going to take some adjustment. She was like, well, look at it this way. At least you get to keep, your figure and look cute. So she like, really, girl? But she was like, bottom line, you don't have to color in between the lines. You like, do you live your life your way? Do what you got to do for you. Put yourself first, and don't feel guilty about it or bad about it. Like, it's nothing for you to be bad at. You should be celebrating yourself right now and lifting yourself up and doing what you need to do for you. And I couldn't agree more. Like, why is this even up for debate? Why are we even questioning it? Like, what are we talking about right now? And she was talking about she being a total jerk. No, you're not. You doing what you need to do for yourself. You've been working on this forever. And, you deserve to get what you want to get too. In the midst of y'all getting to whatever y'all, trying to get together, you still have your separate things that you want to get for yourself. So she was like, you right, girl. She just told her, like, you don't have to color in between the lines. And so at that point, she just started scribbling all over the damn paper that she was drawing on. Like, you right, I'm not gonna cover, color in the lines. I'm gonna color wherever the hell I want to cover. And it's like, okay, girl, we get the point. But you was making that page look really ugly. Okay, now, but I did like the fact that Angela came straight over there and was like, look, girl, this is about you. Do what makes you happy. Like, we all get one life. Live your life to the fullest or whatever, right? You don't have to lose yourself in your dreams. It doesn't have to be where you have to make a choice of either or whatever, right? And so I appreciated her saying that, and I just thought that Fatima would actually already know that. But sometimes we all could, use a reminder. I guess that's what that was supposed to show us. So nonetheless, Karen goes to the hospital, and she's asking to see her doctor, and they're like, her doctor already had left. So she was like, well, is it another doctor, that be on call or whatever that I could speak to? And they said, yeah, they could take her to this room and, have her wait there or whatever for the, other doctor to show. And at one point I forgot to mention that Andy even had messaged Fatima. She was like, see, now how does that work when I'm getting a call that, she needs me or whatever? Who gets to go? Is it Zach or me? Am I going to be the one that's sitting here stuck or whatever, right? So listen, these are the things we going to have to definitely figure out, because that's going to be the dynamics of the relationship, and it is changing with Michael coming here. So nonetheless, they go ahead and they take Karen to the room to see this doctor, right? Because she was saying she really wanted to speak to them. Now back at Hayden house, once they took homegirl to the bathroom, 1 minute we arguing, Penelope to the bathroom or whatever. 1 minute we arguing, we all in each other's faces or whatever. And he did get a call where this person was saying they got everything set up, but it's not going to be cheap. And he was like, we need this cop, and the girl's already paid, and it doesn't matter how much money it costs, just give me what I need or whatever, right? So we know he over here still scheming to set up Jordan, even though he claimed that he ain't doing that no more. And Samara had told him, like, I see right through you. I know that you are still into Andy. You don't even want that damn girl, but you just leading her on and all of that. And so he kept saying, and if I don't get out your face, then what? And the next thing you know, them two started kissing. And I was like, ew, disgusting. Like, when I tell y'all that I got freaking physically sick, I was like, y'all did not need to let that happen. Like, I was here for tomorrow. But once she did that, that turned me off so freaking bad. I said, so was they in with each other the whole time? Or is this supposed to be a thing that they just got hot and heated and, from the rage of going at each other, and then they just kiss on, and are they gonna join teams now? Like, y'all could keep it. I'm disgusted by it. So, of course, Karen said she needed to know what was going on once and for all. Who was the father of her child? Because she tired of the ups and the downs and the ins and the out. Meanwhile, we had basically ended it off with, like, her seeing Preston, and Mindy, okay, together, and her just taking time to kind of write a letter to herself saying, because she had tried calling Andy and she didn't get an answer with her. So she started writing to herself and saying, like, first she was like, dear, journal or whatever. And then she was like, nah, dear Danny, right? And hearing the therapist's voice saying you got all this pent up things, and, let her know it's okay and write out stuff to yourself. So as she's writing it, she's just like, I want somebody that's going to love me for me, that can accept me for me, that can, she was like, you're this broke girl, try to keep it together, right? And she was like, but I can't keep it together. I end up breaking again. I finally broke, and, the rug was pulled from underneath me again or whatever. And she was like, you give in and you open up or whatever, and then you're disappointed, and here comes the sucker punch, and you just want somebody that's going to choose you completely and totally for you. And as she's saying all these things, no catch, no ultimatum, we see Sabrina looking about the freezing thing. We see, Andy and Fatima working in the office, and she's saying how she wants this unconditional love and she wants somebody to be there for her. We seeing, Karen signing off on the papers at the doctor so that she can get this, DNA or whatever. And she wants to be a better her, stronger her. And, Danny girls don't give up. And I loved hearing her write this out to herself. And I loved the little montage that they did with it. That was really, really beautiful. That kind of lifted me back up after the whole situation with Gary. Oh, God, y'all. I'm so disgusted with that. I am so disgusted with that. Like, why? Why did we need that? But anyway, y'all, put it in the comments. Tell me what y'all thought about this episode, what you liked, what you didn't like, all that good stuff. Give me a wave. Let me know you came by. Put some flames up in the sky. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you so inclined. Till next time, y'all. Toodaloo.